welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and this is my first YouTube video and I'm going to be making the best creamy chicken pasta. This recipe is so good and it's so easy to make. It's fairly cheap and it is feeding my family of 4 for 2 nights, which I really like. So for this recipe, you're going to need 2 pounds of chicken, 2.5 cups of chicken broth, 4 tablespoons of cornstarch, 4 teaspoons of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of paprika, salt, pepper, and onion powder, and then 1.5 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I like white egg noodles, so I use 1 16-ounce bag and then 1/4 to sometimes 1/2 of another. If you don't like white egg noodles, you can use rice or any type of pasta that you like, or you can even serve it over mashed potatoes. My family loves this recipe, so I really think you are going to like it too. So let's get into it. Hey everyone, so here I am starting off chopping my chicken in about 1-inch cubes. They don't have to be exact, just however you want them. I'm using 2 pounds of chicken breast tenderloins. You can use whatever you want. Alright, so now I've got that cut up and I've salted and peppered it. And this is all just a taste. I'm just doing the way we like it. And I'm going to do some paprika. And then I'm going to do some garlic powder. This just gives the chicken extra flavor. You can use any seasons you want. And then also I'm going to do onion powder. And once I've done that, I'm going to mix this up really well. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of butter to a hot pan. And I'm going to melt that. And I'm going to add my 4 teaspoons of minced garlic to that pan. And I'm going to saute it until it's fragrant. So about 30 seconds to a minute. And then I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter to that. And then I'm going to cook my chicken in all of that. If you didn't want to do butter, you could do olive oil or anything like that. I've got my egg noodles boiling, and now I've got my seasoning. So I've got 1 teaspoon of salt, pepper, paprika, onion powder, and then 1.5 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. And now I'm going to go over here to my mixer. I've got my chicken broth, which is 2.5 cups of water, and 3 chicken bouillon cubes, and I just boiled that until the cubes dissolved. You can use whatever chicken broth you want, but it needs to be hot. That way your cornstarch will dissolve into it. So I'm going to do 4 tablespoons of cornstarch and whisk that in. You do not have to use a mixer, but I just love mine and use it as much as I can. And this gives for a really smooth sauce. So now I've added my seasonings and my 2 cups of heavy cream to that. And I'm going to mix that up really well on low. And then, now that I've got my sauce mixed up, I am going to add that to my almost finished chicken that's cooking. And I'm going to let it thicken up. I'm going to stir it up in there and cook this while I strain my egg noodles. This sauce is going to take about, I guess, 5 minutes probably to thicken, but just keep stirring it and watching it until it's thick. And then, now that that's done, I'm going to transfer this into my strained egg noodles. And I'm just going to stir that up really well. And then that's really all there is to it. It's ready to eat. And I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks.